A stranger in my house told her husband and my friends that she was pregnant, so I told her she took an ovulation test. Now she's saying I ruined her marriage. I, 30F, and my husband, 20M, recently invited 8 friends for lunch. Then, we were asked if we could also include a new couple, Doug, 30M, and Sasha, 30F. We have never met them, but everyone who was invited has, so we said sure. At one point, Sasha needed to use the restroom, and I told her to use the one in the master, since the other restroom was occupied. I was helping my husband finish with preparing the food, when Sasha came out of the master, bawling and holding something in her hand. At first I thought she hurt herself, but she said something to Doug that caused him to drop to his knees, cry, and begin kissing her stomach. All of our friends began screaming, jumping, and crying. It was insane. Finally, Sasha tells my husband and I that she is pregnant. Of course, we congratulated both her and Doug and gave them a bag for the test, their request. I will admit, I did find it odd that she brought a pregnancy test and took it at a complete stranger's house, but I did not say anything about it. Once everyone sat down to eat, Sasha told me, "I hope you don't mind that I used one of your pregnancy tests. I just saw them and had to." I responded, confused, "I don't have pregnancy tests," Sasha said. I said, "In my drawer." I then asked her if she meant the blue box in the back of my lower left drawer that was closed. She seemed to realize that I was pointing out how she basically snooped, and sheepishly said that the box said pregnancy for pregnancy tests. I told her the brand is called Pregmate, and those are ovulation tests. I do not own pregnancy tests. I asked her if she did an ovulation test. Doug freaked out at me, saying his wife was not an idiot and can read a box. He insisted Sasha get the test out and show me that I'm wrong. Sasha refused, saying she didn't need to prove anything to a complete stranger and insisted they leave immediately. One of the couples thought Doug and Sasha acted ridiculous. The other 3 couples thought I should have pulled Sasha aside to discuss my concerns and said I was a jerk for saying something in front of everyone. Honestly, the whole situation caught me off guard and everything happened so quickly. The whole thing was bizarre and confusing. I just didn't have time to put the pieces together mentally before asking about the ovulation tests. Also, I found out later through one of our friends that Sasha did take an ovulation test, and she is not pregnant. Update 1. After reading the comments, I called up one of my friends who was present and basically told her I was owed an explanation for what happened. She then went on to explain, apparently my friends have known Doug and Sasha for much longer than I realized. I found it strange because they have never talked about the couple before this. Anyway, Doug constantly brings up wanting to have a baby every time they see him, and one night, Sasha confided in my girlfriends that Doug divorced his first wife because she was old and infertile, even though she was the same age as Doug. He married Sasha because she was young and fertilized, according to what she heard him say to some friends. At that point, they had been trying to conceive for over a year, and Sasha was concerned that Doug was going to leave her. My friends tried to convince Sasha that this is not a healthy relationship, but she insisted she was happy and just needed to get pregnant. They gave her the courage to seek medical assistance, which she had previously been too scared to do. She ended up getting prescribed fertility meds at her appointment, and since she was scared to take the test with Doug around, my friends said they would come to her house to be with her when she tested and be a support system for her. The day of our planned lunch was after her first round of meds, and she was in the window to test. She had not planned on testing but had a light bulb moment when I told her to use my bathroom. She only took the test and did not steal anything. When the test came back with 2 lines, Sasha was in shock and immediately wanted to share with her husband and support system. Doug was mortified by the ordeal, and they have been fighting a lot since then. Also, Sasha has been badmouthing me to anyone who will listen. She believes I ruined her marriage and embarrassed her and Doug because my husband and I were threatened by them and the friendships they were building. She told my girlfriends that they shouldn't spend time with me anymore, because who can be friends with someone who treats a guest in their own home that way? My friends felt they had to take Sasha's side at the moment because they knew how important the pregnancy was to her marriage, but I am back on good terms with them. Also, yes, my husband and I have been privately trying to get pregnant. I am annoyed that my friends are aware now.